guys, this is Gabriela, and it's here, the second episode of The Tea with Gabriela, where I am telling stories, crazy ones, wild ones, funny ones, bizarre ones, amazing ones, all about my life growing up in the entertainment and music industry. It's still a mouthful, just like it was a week ago. I wanted to start by saying thank you so much for the love. From the first episode. You guys are absolutely amazing. I am so thankful for your love and support. It's been really amazing to read your comments and kind of go down memory lane. I've received so many comments on the last episode of like these memories of where we've met and shows that you may have seen, and it's just like it's truly amazing. Thank you so much for going on this adventure with me. Let's get started. Okay, so this week I am talking about the time that I was on the Tyra Banks Show. What? I bet some of y'all didn't know about that one. I was 8 years old. It was my first time in LA. I was living in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the time. We got the phone call and my mom and I flew to LA, our first trip to Los Angeles. And let me tell you, it's a wild, crazy adventure. There was a lot of ups. There were a lot of downs. There were a lot of WTF moments. But ultimately, that experience was one that shaped me so much into who I am today. And it taught me so much about the journey that I was about to embark on in the entertainment industry. So get comfortable, grab a blanket, grab your dog, I don't know, and let's spill the tea. So I'm really excited about this episode because I have a very special guest that will be joining me. It's my first guest on this show. We couldn't be together in person, mostly because she is currently 3,000 miles away from me, hailing in from Fall River, Massachusetts. My mother will be joining us on Zoom because she experienced this just as much as I did, if not more. Everybody say hi, Mom!
Hi, I'm Heidi Lynn. What did I say? Gabriela's mom. I'm your mom. What? Am I looking at you? Is my eyes there or am I there? All right. I'm gonna look straight. Where are my eyes? Hi, I'm Heidi Lynn. I'm Gabriela's mom.
So I was 8 years old when I got the call from the Tyra Banks Show. My family and I, my mom, my dad, myself, we had just moved a little under a year prior to that to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Most of you know we are from the East Coast. We're originally from Massachusetts. I had been traveling back and forth between Boston and New York City. I had been doing a lot of Broadway auditions, and there's some definite stories there for other episodes, but that's mostly what I had been doing. I just knew I love to sing. So right before we had moved to Myrtle Beach, I had performed a song at JR's Fastlane in Cranston, Rhode Island.
So I studied, and one night I was singing at a nightclub.
And you were singing some Journey on the at the nightclub.
That is a whole story unto itself. We'll save it for another day. Some of you may know this. I sang Separate Ways by Journey with this rock band called The Chase. Amazing experience for me. And I remember walking off stage and going, this is what I want to do. Like that rush, that feeling, that adrenaline. Like once you put me on that stage, that was it. Like I was like, let's go. Let's do that shit again. But that video from that night had been uploaded to YouTube. And I guess producers at the Tyra Banks Show, producers with CBS Studios, found that video online. And then we got the call. We want you to be on the Tyra Banks Show.
Next, all the way from Conway, South Carolina, we have a little girl with a great big voice. 8-year-old Gabriela.
Producers for the Tyra Banks Show were doing a nationwide search for the 5 most talented kids in the country. Then they say, okay, so you're gonna come to LA. We want your mom specifically to be on the show with you. They gave me a song to learn for the show. It was A Moment Like This by Kelly Clarkson, which is kind of hilarious to me because they had picked these 5 kids and we were all under the age of 13. And they had to give us like one of the most vocally challenging songs of that time. They're like, oh, these little kids, let's give him Kelly Clarkson's power ballad. Mom and I arrive in LA and they set us up. They've taken care of everything. We're staying at a hotel on the Sunset Strip. You know, room service, a car to take us around. Like, it was the Los Angeles experience. In fact, the driver that they had assigned to Mom and I, we were in the car one morning and he was like, oh yeah, I take Tommy Lee's kids to school every day. And me being like dorky 8-year-old Gabby who listened to Motley Crue, I literally made like the cheesiest comment. I was like, you mean my butt is sitting where Tommy Lee's butt has sat? What is wrong with me? Hello, Mother.
Hello.
So we've got our coffees. Unfortunately, I don't have Dunkin', which I should because I'm Boston, but you'll be representing Dunkin' today.
Very disappointed in you.
Okay. You remember a lot that I don't because I was a child. So when we got there, we thought I was only singing, and then we get there, and it's like, no, it's actually like this like 5-part competition.
And today, everyone, we're looking for a triple threat. A kid that can sing, dance, and act, because that's where the future of entertainment is going. The finalists will be competing live right here on our stage.
So like first was acting, which I wasn't worried about. I mean, I hadn't done it at that point, but I knew like I could. And they gave everybody their own scene, and they had like they had the commercial break to learn it and to get into whatever costume and like do this monologue.
Like, oh, you're gonna pretend you're scared. And you're like, wah!
I don't remember. Was I the scared one, or was I somebody did one with farm animals? I think I was the scared one.
Gabriela, your emotion is fear. Okay, like you're just so scared. So you're an itty bitty person and you're running away from a big scary giant and you don't want him to step on you. All right? Give us the best horror show screaming, I'm scared, ready, and action.
Keep away from me! Someone help me! It's going to get me!
Look at the giant. Giant is getting you.
I think it was a girl they eliminated after the acting. She was the best one acting.
Professional actor. So she got booted, which was wrong. And luckily you didn't.
Then they go, second round is dancing. And I was like, uh-oh.
I literally pulled the producers out. I'm like, listen, my daughter's not a dancer.
I can dance. I don't know what she's talking about. Is that how you do that? I remember about the dancing. They were like, it's going to be simple. You're going to be fine. And then they pulled us into choreography to teach us this dance the day before the shoot. We had one night.
I'm Dana Watson, and now I'm here to work with you guys. I'm gonna give y'all a routine, and I want y'all to kill it. I want y'all to have so much fun with it, and I want y'all to work it out. Y'all ready for me? Y'all sure? So you have 5, 6, 7, 8, right, left. Almost.
Talk about the day when we were in choreography learning the dance, which we were already stressed about, where they pulled all of the kids separately, then they pulled me by myself, then they pulled you by yourself, and they interviewed all of us, asked us questions about learning the dance and like whatever. What happened, Ma?
So at one point, like one of the interviewers in the camera, they're like, so what do you think about Gabby's dancing? Like, do you think she's going to be okay? Or do you think she'll get it? I mean, it was a normal conversation like this. So in a normal response, I was like, you know, she's not a dancer and I'm very concerned because this is not what she does. She's a singer and, you know, we're going to be here all night.
Here's what I remember. We were starting the dancing segment and they were doing like this video before you guys come out. None of us knew what the
Mm-mm.
video was going to be about. I'm standing backstage looking out onto the stage. We're about to go on. I'm watching this video for the first time. The entire video was about me.
It's a little bit hard at first, the slide thing. It doesn't really make sense to me. I think Gabriela was the one struggling a little bit.
Slide. So,
I think Gabriela was having a hard time. Yeah, I do a lot more singing and acting more than I do for dance.
I wish I had started dance a little bit earlier with her. She really hasn't had much formal training.
But we were just doing this dance move that makes the box and it's just sliding. And Gabriela, she kept running into me and running into me. Off to the side, Gabriela said it was my fault that she kept running into me. She was like, you gotta take bigger steps, get closer to me, come on. During the second break, my mom came over and she started teaching me that slide.
But her voice has always been so strong. So the dancing, I figured, well, why do we need that? I was wrong.
Gabriela, come on, you gotta catch up.
Oh, we'll be up all night.
Can CBS pay my therapy bills?
Maybe, baby.
Now comes the moment of truth. It's time for the kids to show our judges and all of you at home what they've got. In 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I'm literally holding back tears in the audience because I'm saying she's going to get booted now because she's obviously the worst one. And you were.
Not only
And
that, I was about to be humiliated by dancing on national
We're
television.
going to be humiliated. And the worst part was you were never going to get a chance to sing because you couldn't sing unless you made it to that round. So I was like, oh my God, we flew all the way out here. It was about singing. She's not even going to get to sing. Well, you danced and I love you and all, Gabs, but it was
so bad.
and guess what? They didn't eliminate you. And I was like,
They eliminated the best dancer.
they did. So I was
They
like,
were eliminating the best out of every round.
We decided that, Joey.
Joey has to go? Oh, Joey. Come here.
I'm like in shock. So now it's the competition for the singing. And there was what, 3 of
A moment like this, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for one special kiss. Oh, I can't believe what's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
How did it feel to watch the episode and see that they were zooming in consistently on you, and then Danielle Fishel, aka Topanga, and Omari and
Look at it.
making fun of you 100%.
I just couldn't believe like they were taking the attention off you or any of the kids. And they were too busy focusing. You're right. They had the camera close up on me, all like dreaming about my kid here. And I just remember being like, oh my, like it's embarrassing.
And then they said, peace out, home.
We have to let Gabriela go. Gabriela go?
Sorry, Gabriela.
Strongest voice in a way almost, no?
What?
She sang great, but again, we're looking for a triple threat. It has to be well-rounded.
You got eliminated, and I was there for you. And I was like, Gabby, I'm so proud. I remember you going and congratulating the people that won. And I remember your eyes were wet not because you lost, because you were embarrassed about what had happened.
So the taping ends. And I believe we had a red-eye flight back to Myrtle Beach that same day. They take all of us, all the parents, all the kids, they drive us to the Grove, which is right next door to CBS. And they drop us off 10 hours before our flight. And they say, okay, a driver is coming to pick you up in like 9 hours. People who know the Grove, there is a good amount to do, but there's not 9 hours worth of things to do.
No,
and you know, at that time, there's no Uber. And what's funny about that day, it was the day, this is monumental. It was the day I had my first Starbucks.
I don't remember.
I had my first of course, it wasn't coffee. I had a hot chocolate, but there's a picture of me with my Starbucks cup.
And then we were just literally sitting on the stone wall in the alley of CBS waiting.
Yeah. We come home from Tyra, and it was like the beginning. It was the birth of Gabby Ray.
Coming up right after this, her career is really starting to kick off. Gabby Ray.
And ladies and gentlemen, now we have the one and only Gabby Ray.
Gabby Ray joins us for the night before the big show at the Carolina Entertainment Complex.
At 10 years old, there's no telling what the future holds for Gabby Ray. She has a little while to work on her talent. And the way she's going now, it looks like she could be a big star. On the road with Cecil's World in Conway, I'm Cecil Chandler.
It was all worth it, you know? I mean, it was the start.
That was the door that opened.
It was an experience. It was a learning curve, probably is what you'd call it. Well, thank you for having me, Gabs.
This was fantastic.
That's good.
Alrighty, that's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of The Tea with Gabriela. I also want to give a shout out and a special thank you to my mommy for coming onto my show and going down memory lane with me, even the embarrassing moments. Thanks, Mommy. I hope you enjoyed this experience of learning about my time on the Tyra Banks Show. I will see you guys next time.